Good morning, everybody. This is Tuxedo Ian. We are getting back into our playthrough of Book of Hours. This will be part number 63 of our series. And when we left off, we were approaching the end of autumn of our third year. So let's get back into it and see what we can get done today. And of course, it's taking its time loading the game. There we go. Welcome back, Librarian. Everything is remembered. Hush House endures. So we have a good smattering of lessons here. We have sea stories, sand stories, some door and wall, preliminal meter, rights of the roots, and we have a new Newman, loopholes. So let's see. We need a couple things here. So let's go ahead and see what our weather today is going to be. Fog. Oh, that's handy. That's exactly what we needed. Because that gives us another knock. So we've got lessons for, or we've got memories for sea stories coming. And we're working on, I think we were working on a new, nope, we're not. So let's actually get started on that. Start on an old wound because we're going to need Mr. Kill's help today. Okay, so Sand Stories is now level 2, when we left off with that. So let's get Mr. Kill out. Always enjoys a chance to catch up with me. He can always spare a few hours to help a friend. So first off, we're going to give him some whist to get his lantern, or to get his winter up a little bit more. And we will rest that whist we just used. It is autumn when the leaves rustle. The silent landladies serve me apple pie with steamed cream in the window nook. And after that, yes, we have a Solomon's preparation ready for him. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 memories that were ready for sea stories and sand stories, I believe. Sand stories gets us that. Sea stories. Yes, so we'll do sea stories first. It gets the memories of satisfaction. And that one. We'll use a tryst and the lesson for it, and that gets it to level 3. And then Sand Stories uses Rose and Moon, so these two will be for that. So we're going to need... see, Door and Wall is at level 7, so we're going to need 6 more memories. Actually, we have 1. We have 1 and 2 memories already. 3. We have 4 memories already. So we just need 3 more. So we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. So that gets us 3. So each one we use beyond now is we're preserving another one of our other memories. So let's see. Does any of these give us knock or forge? Yes, that one gives us stolen secret. So we'll go ahead and do that one. So that saves the invincible audacity. And we can come over here and use the health, our sick health, to read Lady Eva's Repose, which gets us another forge. So that saves us the Didymos. And that's enough. 5, 6, and 7. Yep, that's enough for that. And we'll worry about getting it to level 9 later. All right, so Mr. Kill is there. We can give him the Salon's preparation. We can give him the Chronos Cord for another 3 points of winter. Since we can churn those out mass production style now, it's no big deal using that for him. And then with the Wormwood Dream, should be enough to push him over the limit. All right, so there's Sea Stories. So we need the actual skill. Sand Stories, Lesson, Confounding Parable, Intuition, and the Fet. Gisting Fet. Gets that to level 3. And this will allow Mr. Kill to open up this Rattling Tunnels. Our Whist is better now. Let's see. We'll use our other Tryst here in Stoke in the sands. See if we can find some more fish. And then we'll go exploring on the moor with one of our Fet. The last leaves, toss and scatter. Okay, so the Chronos Cord will get him to 11. And the Wormwood Dream at this point will be slightly overkill, but better overkill than underkill. Alright, there's Sand Stories to level 3. And just in time for all of our other stuff to finish. So we'll go grab Door and Wall. And a lesson. So Regret, Stolen Newton, Fog, Secret Threshold, Foresight, and Pattern. And then we just apply Shapt. At last, I approach Mastery. Improve this skill to level 8. See, and then we need Rites of the Roots. Is at 5. So we need 5 Moth or Nectar skills. Well, we're going to need... We have Moth there. So we're going to need to investigate the plant once we're done here. We can also do Wrapped in the King. So that gives us 2. We can do Ambrosial, gives us 3. We can do our Newman over here. I know we have one that gives us nectar. Don't we? Yes, we do. The one that's written in Deep Mandaic. So that will be 3. One, 2, 3, 4, and then the plant will give us 5 to upgrade Roots of the Roots to level 6. And then we need to make a name day riddle. So we need another memory for that. So let us make another pattern, because we need knock for that. Alright, so that gets him to level 11 winter. So we're just waiting on the Wormwood Dream now to get him to maxed out. Then we can open up this rattling tunnels. The dead do not walk here, but their eyes are upon me. I can quell them, or I can feed them. I think Mr. Kill is going to quell them. Winter will send them back to their rest. Door and wall now level 8, so 9 knock and 8 forge. So as soon as we have that that pattern memory, we can upgrade it into a name day riddle, and then get the other ones we need. Hopefully, I think. Alright, there's our Wormwood Dream for Mr. Kill. $17 winter. Probably overkill slightly for Mr. Kill, but we'll get this but it does the trick. We still need to finish up this bell tower up here. Alright, so we'll collect our memories. And then we'll do the plant. So on the moor, we found a U blank. Something we could use to give him another point of winter if we needed it. We'll just drop that outside the house for now. And some more Eva's locks. Nice. You know what? We'll go ahead and we'll go exploring again. Just to see what we can find here in the fall. So there's our memory pattern. We can use door and wall, memory pattern, and the shaft. Okay, so that makes glassfinger toxin. That's not what we're looking for. Preliminal meter makes the curious hunch. That's what we're after. Or no, we're looking for name day riddle, which is a moth craft. But we can make a curious hunch here. Then we can come back. We need a moth. Could do moth here. Let's see. Transformations and liberations. Will that get us what we're looking for? No, that makes chimeric larva. Edict's liminal. There we go. That's what we need. Named a riddle. So we can read ambrosial one more time or another. And that will give us what we need to upgrade Rites of the Roots one more level. So those can just chill right there for now. Actually, we can bring them in and put them in the Keeper's Lodge. Or the Eva's Locks, at least. And we can put the wood blank right here. Now, looking at this looks a little suspicious. Like the stones don't quite line up right. I wonder... Oh, we found a secret. We found some Gervanite. How nice. So we can move this over to our forge. Okay. We have our salon for next season all set up. Alright, so go, Mr. Kill. Open up that room. Do your best. Clear out those ghosts. Alright. We've got 2 more coming to finish that up. So there's another impulse. And as soon as we get that named a riddle, we'll be ready to finish the upgrade. 10 seconds or so. Mr. Kill finishes his work. We have found the catacombs. In the days of honey, those who remembered brought their bones to the dead to the grey rock in the sea. In the time of the eagles, those who remembered brought the bones of their dead to the grey rock in the sea. In the time of the Bear King, the clans brought the bones of their dead to the grey rock in the sea. When the Wolf Kings came, those who remembered brought the bones of their dead to the grey rock in the sea. Through all the years of sun and bronze, those who remembered brought the bones of their dead to the grey rock in the sea. Much is taken, much abides. So we have a whole bunch of skeleton stuff there. A whole bunch of bones in these catacombs. We have a chalice of lambig. We have some sea glass, a sacrament assite. So that will come in handy here. Some more Eva's Locks, a candle, and some amber. And we have a catacombs altar. Bone is the memory that does not die. We can use moon, scale, or winter crafting here. We can use omens, remains, marks, and beasts. And remains, and a memory. So this has opened up our last room here, which is the sealed vault. A heavy iron door sealed with black wax. A triple lock of unornamented iron. And this one over here is white wax with a lock ornamented with ivory and black nephrite. So our next goal in winter is going to be opening up this perilous path so we can go down and finish up down here. And while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and start Edict's Marshal making us another old wound. And then we can get the 6 points from the... Alright, so there's our name day riddle. Is this a way to the wood? But perhaps the wood is not a suitable place for a librarian. A deceptively intricate riddle that might just teach us who we really are. Gervinus Van Loren was notoriously fond of these. We found another U blank. Ah, some more mackerel. And a curious hunch. The moth's gift or mine? A sudden, unlikely certainty. And that gives us moth as well, but so we made it all the way we needed to. So we do Rites of the Roots. One lesson. A health. The name day riddle. Scent. Earth sign. Impulse. And great counterfeit. And at last I am something of an authority in this. Improve this skill to level 6. So we're going to need another name day riddle for tomorrow. So the name day riddle, the Didymos, the curious hunch, the wind in waiting. So that's 3 right there. We're going to need 7 total, so we need 4 more. We can read Wrapped in the King again to get that one, since that's a persistent. And then we can read our one that gives us a Newman. Since that's persistent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually, I think we have enough time to finish to get this. So we do ambrosial. And then, yes, so this will be done in 30 seconds. And then we can use another 30 seconds to... Yes, we have just enough time to get that finished up before the day ends. And I know I've been holding on to these persistent memories for a while, but this is why, because they come in handy like this. All right. So we'll grab Rights and the Roots. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 memories. And our Arab. And improve this to level 7. That just leaves us 1 preliminal meter and 1 door and wall left to do. So for preliminal meter, we're definitely going to need another wind. Oh, we have the Didymos. That gives us 1 knock. Let's go ahead and get reading our books we'll need to make memories for tomorrow. So we'll need 1 memory to make an Enduring Reflection. We'll need 1 memory with we can do that Old Lost Music, which is in Ramsund. Silent Voice. 7th Voice, rather. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll need to make 3 more, depending on what we get for weather tomorrow. Alright, Rites of the Roots is level 7, so 8 nectar, 7 moth. And we get rain, so that gives us Grail and nectar. Not really useful, but we can do something. So hopefully we don't have Numa coming back to bother us again. Nope, it is winter. So let us get our invitations sent off for our salon, since we have everything for that prepared. Send an invitation to Olymp. One to Peel. One to Father Stanislav. One to Shaima. And finally, one to Agdistus. Alright, our invitations have all gone out on the mail, and our people are inbound. So we're going to need... So let's see, that is 13 moon, so 2 moon from the fisherman, plus 6 is 8. 9, 10. Still need 3 points of winter somewhere, so or 3 points of moon somewhere, so we'll hold off on that for the moment. And wait until we can get the salon over with and see what we're dealing with, and we'll get that room open tomorrow. Alright, so then we'll need another memory intuition because we're about to use that one again. We can come up to here and use that with preliminal meter and our gisting fet to make an enduring reflection. And then we will get a curious hunch from the salon. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more, so we'll make a wisting air. We'll make a wistful air, which will get us, which also is rose. And we can also do a secret entrance, which is rose. So that will be, whoops. And forgotten that one is in a language. A quasi-Brahmic script, intricate and bold, barely constrained in silence. It demands to be spoken aloud, but it is beyond me. We'll do this book instead. And that will get us all the memories that we need to upgrade preliminal meter. Is someone on their way to Hush House? Miss Azita Pucara. Wow, this is a very popular... Good thing we didn't try to invite her. Businesswoman, chess master, initiate of the Scarred Hour, sometimes called the Colonel, aka the inventor of the discipline of the Scar. So let's talk to Miss Bukhara. Hello, Librarian. I have questions. I'll pay for answers. There is something unseemly at work here, Librarian. I have no doubt at all that Zidane was murdered, but the motive confounds me. It was something to do with his work, or with the music he tried to teach it. I think, Librarian, that Zidane had been eavesdropping in the keyholes of heaven. At least the motive is grander than artistic jealousy, but I do not think it will be practical to avenge him. Wonder if he was trying to listen in at the roost using the unfinished lark. Alright, so there's Miss Olympe, Mademoiselle Bechet, Dr. Peel, Father Stanislav, and Lala. And finally, Mr. Peter Agdistus. And as soon as noon rolls around, we'll be ready for lunch. Let it rise in head and heart. Wistful air, a half sorrowful music of half pleasant longing. So let's just double count here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And actually, we're not going to need the Curious Hunch because we can just make another pattern here. And that will give us the 7 that we need without having to wait for the dinner to be finished. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so, yep, that will as soon as noon rolls around, which it is now midday. So let us get our salon going. And for our menu, we have some roast beef. Our fathers of old were robust, stout, and strong, and kept open house with good cheer all day long, which made their plump tenants rejoice in the song. Oh, the roast beef of old England, and old English roast beef. Onion rings, an American import that became popular in England these last few years, improbably via the pages of Vogue. Some game chips. Long before fish and chips, these went crunchily with a game. Ideally, you'd want bread sauce and breadcrumbs to complete the ensemble, but honestly, it's hard enough not to just stuff these directly in your mouth. An apple pie for dessert, flaky buttery crust, tart sweet apples with cinnamon and nutmeg, and as an appetizer, leek soup, a milder taste than onion soup, but no less warming. And for drinks, we have some Domaine Raveline, some Schloss Jennings, a Don Lion coffee, Isle water, and Eigengrau. So let's get our people seated. My guests take their places for lunch. Keep an eye on the salon as it progresses. You'll need to add soul cards to encourage the conversation to flow. Different guests will need different soul cards. The more guests, the longer the salon will last. Let's get it going. A formal meal. Lunch and supper last longer than less formal salons, allowing an extra interaction between your guests. Time remaining is added. And we have a bronze spintria from Mrs. Azita. Thank you very much. And there is our Enduring Reflection finished. Back to our salon. Mansa's Tales. Add a fet card. Ask about dreams. Stanislav speaks of a provoking line on the white jade tablet. Our skins were yet soft and fell easily from us. He wonders how Peel's own shedding might be related, but Peel is typically evasive. Rights of the roots. Okay, so we can probably apply that. Rights of the Roots is getting up there, and it's going to be difficult to find 7 memories for it, so we can apply that to one of the other lesser leveled things that have nectar on them, or moth. Insert a little gaiety, add a core card. Okay, we have some lively chatter going on. And while that's done, that has finished, so we now can come in here and level up preliminal meter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we only needed 7, so we got to save our Didymos. And we can use our Gisting Fet. And the last lesson we have for that. And at last I approach mastery. Improve this skill to level 8. And back to our Salon. Stanislav and Agdistis discuss pruning techniques used when a plant is wounded by winter, how to ensure no ragged bark remains, of how not to be distracted by timidity or tenderness. Leaves and thorns. Well, Stanislav is a gardener, as well as a priest and a diplomat. Wistful asides, add a tryst card. Instinct and emotion. I'm going to guess this is going to be Peel and Olymp. Nope, Stanislav and Shaima. Stanislav and Shaima speak of the Seven-Coiled, the father of the mother who has passed from the world, of the 7 unhuman acolytes she has inspired, of their prophecies. Shaima reflects wistfully on what a great hunt the end of the Seven-Coiled might have been. Sand stories. Okay. And preliminal meter is now level 8, so 9 knock and 8 rose. We have, what's next? Lively chatter, add a core card. Inject a little gaiety. Shaima is describing for Agdistis one of the dances of the Rift Mountains, her home. Her shoulders twitch as if she might wish to show him, but her dignity keeps her in her seat. From his gentle smile, Agdistis has noticed. Drums and dances. Hey, 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 how handy. That'll let us get that to level 8. And make us be able to churn out Thunderskin's Paeons and Swaddled Thunders. Mansa's Tales, add a Fet. Asking about dreams. This one could be anybody. Oh, and we have Shaima inspired in Agdistis an enthusiasm for the dances of her homeland. The two might say something else on the matter if you invite them both back for another salon. How handy. We'll have to keep that in mind. Stanislav and Olymp discuss the hours of the wood. Stanislav points out that monks cut their hair. He suggests, perhaps mischievously, that as a class they belong to the moth. Rights of the Roots. Well, okay, so we aren't now excessive on Rights of the Roots levels. Or no, that would allow us to get that to 9, but I think we'll hold off where we are for now. What's next? Lively chatter. Luckily we have one more core card to finish the day off. By injecting a little more gaiety into the affair. Olymp has become interested in a demi-dyad, a supposed partway edgelong who attempted to ascend under the Horned Axe, a habitue of the now-defunct Exodus Club, where Agdistis once worked. Agdistis suggests she cease her investigations, that it is not wise to pursue any implication that the Horned Axe may still possess any trace of edge. Edicts Liminal. Yeah, that might not be the best thing to investigate about, Olymp. The Horned Axe is not she's patient, but she's not very nice. My guests leave happy. You've gained an additional potent memory. Okay, so We know we have a lesson for leaves and thorns, so we need a nectar or grail memory. Or we have a grail memory coming. We need a nectar memory to go with that, so we can use that up. Nope, not that. We need ambrosial. Boom. We got a curious hunch and a memory satisfaction. Edicts liminal, sand stories, leaves and thorns, rites of the roots, drums and dances. That was a well done salon. And my guests are on their way. So we'll get 3 leaves and thorns upgraded just in time, it looks like. Anyway, so we'll grab leaves and thorns, impulse, satisfaction, and the rain, and the lesson, and our Arab. And this will upgrade to level 4. And we can go ahead and get our memories started for sand stories here. So we need moon or rose. We need 3 memories of that. Easy enough. So moon and rose. Moon and rose. And moon. So that will be our upgrade for sand stories. Because it's a level 3, so it needs 3 memories. And I think that's probably a good place to stop. Well, daybreak is just about to happen here, so we'll let that roll over. Well, that was a productive salon. So, we will go ahead and call it a day at this point. Hope you've been enjoying what you've been watching. If you've been impressed, please leave a like or a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you want to see where this is going, please subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me.